Hello everyone and welcome back to my channel. My name is Michael Regina. I'm the author and illustrator of the all-ages horror graphic novel, The Sleepover. A story following a group of kids who are having a sleepover party and begin to suspect that their babysitter might just be a witch from local legend. And I'm back here with another productivity and helpful video for those of us who are creatives and working on these larger scale projects. I've talked about this resource in a few other places. I did a video for Jason Brubaker a while back, and I figured it was time to share it with you all. This is a tool that I built in tandem with my friend Chris Wharton, who's also a fantastic illustrator. I put his link in the description below to his channel. And this is actually a tool that was given to me by Kazu Kibuishi, creator of Amulet. This was back in the day, like a long time ago, when I was helping assist him on the Amulet 2 book. And basically what I observed when working with him is that he had this spreadsheet that broke down the amount of work that needed to be done on a daily basis relative to a deadline and the steps that were left within a project, so that he could very easily look at like all the work that needed to be done, and based on that work, how much did he need to do every single day to make sure that he hit his deadline. And I thought this was a super powerful tool because I was doing a lot of math in my head. I was looking at things going, you know, hey, I've got 60 pages. I'm going to try to do this book by March, and I would just do like all this math in my head and try to hit it, and it was often not working. But as I went from the old model of webcomics, which was like you do a page a week, into thinking about, I want to work on a big graphic novel, like 150 pages, and I might be working on this over the course of about a year, I needed a tool that was going to be more robust and gave me more definitive figures so that I could base my day-to-day on. I've been using this tool now for every graphic novel project I've worked on. I've got a more robust version that I use for an individual book, but this general tool, which I'm about to show you, I use on every project I'm working on, and it helps me hit my deadlines and be able to do this alongside of having things like my day job and other things. So I'm able to look at my day and go, how much do I need to get done every single day to make sure that I hit my goal? So without further ado, let's jump into checking out this spreadsheet, and there will also be a link in the description below to sign up for my mailing list, and if you do that, I will send you a link that has a link to this spreadsheet. So feel free to take it, make a copy of it for yourself, employ this tool, and have a lot of fun with it. So on to the video. All right, so I'm in the spreadsheet now. I'm going to show you how you would use this spreadsheet to set up your own project. So I've gone ahead and zeroed out everything that you would see. And what we're going to do is we're going to plot out, let's say, a 22-page monthly comic book. So I'm going to go ahead and put here in pages total, 22. Now this does not affect any other fields within the spreadsheet, but it's there for you to kind of generally keep everything else in line. And so we'll then need to think through, how many of these other steps are we wanting to track? Are you wanting to track not only how many thumbnails you need to do per day, or pencils, or inks, or colors, or flats, or whatever the case might be. Let's say I had a project that I had already written and thumbnailed and penciled, and I was just trying to figure out how many pages I was going to ink per day and color per day to arrive on time. So what I would do is I go to my inks and I'd add 22, 22. Depending on your coloring process, if flats are considered part of your coloring process, you can also put that as a separate field. So let's go ahead and do that. So what you can see here is that we now have a total of 66 steps we're going to need to accomplish. Now, here's where this gets really powerful. In this section over here, I've set it up where you've got not only today's date, but the deadline date. So you get to pick this deadline date. If you click on here, you can bounce it around. You can pick whatever date wants to work for you. I put it at exactly 1 month from the time of filming this, which was on October 20th. So you can see I've got 31 calendar days with 22 work week days. So the reason I set up this way is maybe you want to try to accomplish everything during a 5-day week, and that way you get 2 days off every week and you're not working every day. Now, I typically try to get a little bit of work every day done, because this sometimes can be really difficult to try to jam it all into 5 days. That'd be super ideal if I could pull it off. But let's just go with this 31 day. This is like, I've got to make sure I get this thing done. I've got to work every single day to get this thing done. What's the least amount of steps I need to do per day? So what you notice over here is that it tallies up everything. It shows you that there's 22 pages left to ink, 22 left to color, and 22 left to flat. Total remaining steps is 66. Days left on the calendar is 31. and then your average steps per day is 2.13. So that means on every single day between now and November 20th, you're going to need to ink, color, or flat 2.13 pages or steps per day. That's how many pages or steps you need to do per day to finish this project on time. And then you'll notice as you add in fields, this one you can choose to keep in there if you want, but let's say I've got none left. But let's say I have inked 3 pages. 3 pages. You'll see that it reduces our totals here. So now we've got our left ink is 19, total steps remaining is 63, and you see the adjustment of the average per day decreases along with that. So now it's showing 2.03. So as you complete steps, if you come in here and you keep these totals kept up with, you'll see that your steps are lowering. And then every day, that total number of days that you have left to finish your project decreases because of the current date, which is this first number right here, is creating a numerical value between that day and your deadline, and then that decreases. So tomorrow it'll show that there's 30 days left, day after that 29, and so on. And then that formula within the spreadsheet is dividing the total number of steps from the number of days I have left to show you how many steps you need to do per day. So what's really powerful about this is, let's say you're getting ahead of schedule, right? Let's say you're just banging things out. You'll notice that your average steps per day go down. And so that makes you can look at it and go, man, based on this, I can slow down a little bit. I don't have to do 2.5 steps per day or whatever. I just need to do, 1.75 steps per day because I've gotten so far ahead. That gives you permission to slow down because you know you can hit your deadline. Or on the other side, let's say you've had some rough things come up, you've had some circumstances that have kept you from working on it as much as possible. This tends to be the thing that happens more often. You'll see that that total number of steps per day increases. Now, I've never had a single project that by the end of it, I was still on target to hit the goal that was like the low goal at the end of it. But what this process should do is keep your deadline keep a hill from becoming a mountain, right? So let's say at the beginning of your steps, you only had 2.15 steps per day that you had to do. And over time, because you weren't able to nail that, your work schedule starts going up and up. And if you were not keeping up with this process, what would happen potentially is that it becomes a mountain, right? It's like, before you know it, you've got to do 5 pages per day or 6 pages per day because you've fallen so behind schedule. But if you're following this and you're generally hitting your deadline, what you'll see is it's a much lighter slope towards the end of that deadline, which makes it a lot easier to hit your goals in the end. And I can't tell you how much that simple piece has made my life better, because I'm able to ramp up when I need to, slow down when I need to, and generally deliver my book on time without too much headache. I hope you like this process. If you want to pick up a copy of the spreadsheet, sign up for my mailing list below. You'll receive an email that has a link to this spreadsheet as well as everything else I've released to my email list so far. You'll just need to make a copy of this spreadsheet for yourself, either download a copy that you can use on your own computer or import it over to your own Google Drive and have fun with it. Also, if you liked this and you want to try maybe something that's got a little bit flashier user interface, don't want to be in a spreadsheet, there is a product out there called Comics Flow, which a reader of mine put together and has released out there. It's super cool. If you prefer to use something like this, check that out as well. But hopefully this is a useful tool for you. It's saved me so much headache and so much pain and tribulation as I've worked on things. I can't thank Kazu enough for showing it to me early on. I don't know if it originated with him or he got it from somewhere else. But for me, it originated with him, and it's been a tremendous help in me hitting my deadlines ever since. So hopefully it'll help you too. And thank you for being here. I hope this was super helpful. Be sure to like and subscribe if you'd like to get more videos like this in the future. And have a great holiday season coming up. Take care.